We built the fountain here, and the concept initially was to have a little wooden bridge here. The stream would run under it, and then it would go into a pond area, which is here.
It's funny, I don't remember that at all.
Oh yeah, we talked about this, and for quite a while, we thought yes, and because we'd love to grow water lilies and things like that. But the more we talked to people about the maintenance on a pond, and we were both still working full time downtown office, jewelry designer and IT. So we just said, there's no way we can maintain this properly.
So then,
Okay.
our friend Kim was moving to Victoria. They were retiring to the coast.
And she's a major rock gardener and had a lot of plants that she wanted us to
A lot of rare alpines and stuff that she couldn't, they couldn't take them with them then. They didn't have a garden yet. They had the property. So, and we had a bunch of Rundle paving stones that we hadn't used, a big pile back where that was built, that we didn't know what to do with. So we built the crevice garden in a couple of days. Charlie would dig up the plants at their end, bring them over, and we'd start layering the crevice garden. And we'd already
The base soil for this and the elevation of it was the dirt that I dug out of here, because what we did with this bed, making it kind of a more pH neutral to slightly acidic, is we dug down about 3 feet, lined it with pool liner with some holes in it, and then added peat, sand, and compost to create a more pH neutral soil, and that would hold moisture.
And there's weeping tile through it that takes water from the greenhouse roof to keep it moister when we get rain.
So anyway, the soil I dug out of here I just put it here because we didn't know what we were going to do for sure.
And we're kind of lazy. We weren't going to shovel it any further than we absolutely had to. And this is the wider, deeper area. So this part of this berm that was sitting there was higher and then shallower in kind of a kidney shape.
The next rock garden that we built, which is this one underneath the weeping crabapple, we've aligned the stones so that
Sort of mirror image.
it could be and
Just a native
geologically,
outcropping.
yeah, and it's what our story is that, okay, well, the center has eroded down, and it's got this wet basin in the center here, and you've got
And upheaved, and then the outcrops are on that side. So
Okay.
it's geologically sound.
Okay, so it makes sense. If you put it out into a native landscape, it
you
makes
could.
sense.
It would, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And
And also, one of the reasons for the elevation at this end of this rock garden, there is actually an RV pad
Oh.
back here, and it's about a foot, 10-inch deep concrete. And we
were
just,
about to pull out.
yeah, we just looked at it and said, okay, we can't get rid of it. So we built up on top of it, and we have the paving stones over top of it as well, so that you don't really notice it anymore. You can see the side of it when you're down there, but that actually worked out really well because of the elevation change of the garden.
We have no plan. We just see a plant. We love it. We have to have it.
I think we have a tendency to like Charlie Brown trees.
This is red jade, weeping crabapple.
Yeah.
And a friend worked for a nursery, and there was 2 of them, and he gave one to old friends of ours who used to live up not too far from here, and we got the other one. And
And it was a sapling. It was only a couple of inches
Yeah.
across.
so 20,
5 years ago,
25, yeah.
because it was sitting in a bucket for a couple of years
Yeah.
before we planted it.
And when we built the big rock garden, we actually had a cherry picker come in, and this guy with this remote control, and we placed the 1-ton rocks
Around it.
very carefully. But I spent the last 25 years every winter pruning it, and you have to support it until it gets strong enough. So there was a 2x4 here on a post holding up this main branch coming over the bog,
Okay.
and now it's strong enough. We don't let it get any taller. This is as high as it's getting. So we do a lot of major pruning every winter. But it's just wonderful. I don't like it as much this time of year. It's better in the winter when you see the structure, and in the spring when it's just into bud. This has got white buds and white flowers, and it's just a glorious mass of being. But I love the
But
structure.
yeah, definitely it's been pruned every year and shaped and opened up a little bit, so you do still see the structure. And we have it so that, as he says, he's got one branch that came out, and once it's strong enough, we didn't have to support it, but you can walk underneath the tree on the pathway and actually be in the tree, you know. So it's actually kind of a nice little feeling.
So if one weeping crab is good, then two must be better. This is Louisa, which is another weeping crab with pink buds and pink flowers.
Yeah.
And so it's only been about 15 years, 10 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's still got, we're not going to get any bigger, but again, training it and shaping it and trying to keep it